Self-esteem or poor self-image, it's actually what attracts jealousy to people. But unfortunately, a lot of people don't actually know they have this jealousy problem. And it becomes a bigger problem because you need to know you have a problem for you to seek for solution to that problem. My name is Vidin Nana. Welcome to another edition of Real Talk. Here is Real Talk and we keep it real. Everything relationship. Let's go for a quick break and we'll be right back. Welcome back. This is Real Talk, midnight show, and we'll keep everything real here. So today on Real Talk, who we're talking about studio, what's happening? My
You're
studio,
you're
I can hear myself.
you're good. It's going well. Good evening. It's going well.
I can hear myself. My voice is getting back to me.
No, it's not. It's not from.
It's okay.
It's okay. Go ahead. Go ahead.
It's all right. Well, Massive Mike, you're already here. All the way from Milan. Good to have you here today on the studio. Let's talk relationship talk. We keep it real here.
Thank you very much. Yes, you're all welcome to Real Talk, and also joining
We'll
us
have
from Ontario, Canada, Toronto, Canada is George Sir George Chuku. George, you're welcome to Real Talk. I think BD's network is having fun. George, are you there?
Yes, I am here. I just want to thank you, BD, and
George,
thank
good
you,
to have
Mrs.
you.
Mark.
Good to
And welcome
good to
viewers from around the world. This is Real Talk, where we keep it real, the way it's really happening. So I want
Yes.
to welcome the viewers from around the world.
Thank you very much. So let me help BD. I think she's having network issues there. Um, yes, like
so
we started
good to
last.
have you all here today.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Can you hear us?
Christ.
Yeah, I can hear you very well. Can you hear me?
Yes. Go
Can
ahead.
you hear me?
Very
Can
well.
everyone hear me?
Mm.
Yeah, I can
Go
hear you
ahead.
very well. It's okay. Good to have you all here today. Before we go into the nitty-gritty of the day, let's go back to Nigeria, to Africa. We'll have a superstar, Burna Boy and Davido. Davido actually performed at BET Award, and Burna Boy won the International Arts Award at Burna Boy. And why we are bringing this to you is not just because of the award, but because we are bringing you to need to know about the Solomon of our time. Davido has been trending in the news. A lady named Anita from the United States of America claimed that Davido pregnanted her. As if that was not enough, another lady from Kenya came to TV show with Davido's daughters to prove that she actually have carnal knowledge of Davido. Massive Mike, what do you make of all this drama?
Nice. He's living up to his life. What can I say? The other day we were talking about polygamy and the African man. Me want to say that Davido probably has that uh, polygamous traits in him, and he needs to define what he wants. If he wants to have more wives as an African man, that's okay. But if he's doing it and sneaking around, then he has to probably check, control that. So that's my own take. George, what did he say?
Well, I believe
Sir
that
George, it's okay. Sir
I
George, what do
believe
you have
that
to say about this happening?
I think Davido is a dog will always act like a dog, So he's a musician. He moves around. He's a young man. His blood is hot. So I mean, the point about these people coming out to say all this nonsense is actual to me is stupidity because they are intentionally wanting to be with this man, and they want because he got money, so they want to get pregnant for him. That guy cannot be that fertile. Like some of us are saying, even women have come to the point now where even when you throw away your condom in the bathroom, they go and take it and use it to inseminate themselves and talk about pregnancy anyway. I don't think this is news, actually. All musicians are musicians, and he's a black man, he's a young man. So I don't think he's anything,
Well,
uh,
why it's more why it's like a focal point and is raising dust is because um, we all know he's married to one woman legally, Chioma, and what these
are they
ladies
still
are saying,
together?
yes, yeah, how? So you're not following up? That's his
Well,
wife.
Yeah, he's already married to Chioma.
Yes, they are married legally, and
I
Yeah,
thought there
they're
was a
still
time
together.
didn't they separate at a point?
no, no, they are back. They are back, and they are married now,
No, they're
legally.
still married.
So, yes. So
They're still together.
and why it's an issue is
No, they
because
did not.
yes, why it's an issue is because there's some people people were saying these ladies were saying that he they didn't know they were married, and some of them the other one was saying he didn't tell her he was married. So that's why it's raising dust. So but me
Well,
want to say I don't
let
think
me tell you
it's
something. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. There is no dust to raise. The dust was already up there prior to the event and after the event. These are nothing but people that are seeking, uh, you know, uh,
attention.
attention and money and all that kind of stuff. So, I mean, that's not even. Let's talk about jealousy and envy here, my people, because this is really the real topic that we have to deal
Yes.
with families and friends
It's
and
okay.
foes and all that kind of stuff.
It's okay. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're very, very correct. Let's get back to our topic for today, still on jealousy and envy. And before we go into today, it becomes a problem when someone doesn't know that he or she has a problem, because to be jealous is actually a problem. And
Yeah.
we need to know. And some people don't even know, say, oh, I don't even know he's jealous of me. I don't even know she's jealous of me. People say, I'm not jealous of her. I'm not. But there are some signs you will see, and you will know that someone is actually jealous of you or jealous of someone. And one of those signs is what I'm going to recognize here, so that one of them is when someone criticizes you. Criticism is good for life. We have destructive criticism and we have constructive criticism. And when someone keeps criticizing you destructively, you know that this person is actually jealous of you. You
Mm,
understand? Now,
mm.
when somebody expresses concern, insincere concern about you, it's always concern. But when you look into the really motive that concern, you know that they are not real. You know that this person is actually jealous of you. You understand? Another thing, when the person gives you this attitude that you don't know where it's coming from, the person keep giving you an attitude. Maybe probably your friend that you've been getting along with. But all of a sudden you start seeing this attitude that you can't really place where it's coming from. That's another sign that someone is actually jealous of you. Another one is when somebody gives you a silent treatment. This is a friend you're getting along with, all of a sudden the person switches off, bam, without any reason. That's another sign that you know that someone is actually jealous of you. Now, when they keep comparing themselves with you, you have some friends that, oh, Sir George came to school today with blue suit. The next thing the person goes off and buys it. That's good. You can buy what your friends have. But when you notice that everything you put on, the person wants to have it, everything. It looks like it's not competition. It's just that the person is actually jealous of you. When the person tries to get attention, your attention in everything. The people that talk to you, the people that admire you, the person wants to get attention by all means. We don't know that say people cannot treat people at the same time. In as much as we're in this studio now, the way I relate with Massive Bank is not the same way I relate with you. But when somebody comes and wants to take the equal attention I give to Massive Man from Massive Man, as if we are competing, the person is jealous of you. Do you understand? And when people
Yes.
keep making negative comments about you, they keep making negative comments. Nothing good comes from you. Even when you don't, you can't see anything. Lastly, is when these people promote your flaws, your bad attitude, your bad behavior, they are quick to promote it. But when you do good thing, they will turn blind eyes over it. They will not see any good thing it does. But once is any mistake you make, they harness it for the world to see. Those are some of the signs you will know that someone is jealous of you. Because people ask, oh, how do I know someone is jealous of me? Oh, I'm not even. So if you have these signs, these attributes towards people around you, you know that you're jealous. You're a jealous person. So you have to do something about it. Sir George, now that we've itemized some signs, you will know that you're a jealous person or someone is jealous about you. From all the things we said, what do you have to say about this?
Well, one mistake that we all make is that we consider jealousy and envy to be the same. They are both different emotions that we experience at different times. You know, I have seen people, try to put jealousy and envy as the same thing, but they're not. Envy is the emotion that we have or experience, when we experience extreme desire for something that somebody else has, whether it's a quality achievement or a possession, but we don't think we can have it. That's envy. Because somebody else has something that you would like to have, but you feel powerless, or you feel that you cannot have such a thing. Jealousy is the emotion that occurs when we anticipate or feel the loss of something of a great value to us, like, your relationship or a possession that somebody else is trying to get to. Jealousy occurs when we want to keep what we have, while envy occurs when we think we're about to lose something that we have. So those are the two differences between jealousy and envy, and can occur at different times. Now, to demonize envy and jealousy sometimes is bad. It's just like anger. Anger can be good. You can have what you call righteous indignation over something. God gets angry. Is that bad? No, it's not. So, you can, a good dose of jealousy in a relationship can be very good and effective, and it can actually help the relationship. But just somebody who, when you feel like your wife or your husband is doing something, behaving a way that is not suitable for the relationship, and here you're acting nonchalant, it shows that you don't care. So, we have to think about, the degree and the level of jealousy or envy that can be bad. I know some people who will come to me and say, oh, bro, I like such and such and such. I envy you. But I know, it's not in a negative form. But what we are saying here is when it's extreme emotional reaction that can lead into something dangerous. That's when we can talk about that.
Very good. That's a good one, George. Yes, I want to add to what you just said by also um, saying that these two things are what you call human emotional reaction. And like you said, it's when it is put in a very negative way that it becomes a problem. Yes, God gets jealous. Not only angry, he's jealous. I mean, the Bible says so. So when it's done in a healthy way, and how is that healthy way? What is the healthy way of being jealous? The healthy way is you're concerned about that person in a very, very in the right way. So your jealousy is not just being jealous because and picking on negative things, picking on all the flaws and wrongdoings. The jealousy now is you're also concerned, you're bothered when that person probably has issues around him or her. So jealousy, like George just said too, are two different things: jealousy and envy. The envy part it goes too further when it becomes like resentment, when it becomes extreme anger, extreme sadness, towards somebody, then it's been we need to check it. So, but when we're talking about relationship now, like you started with the Davido situation, how I will connect these two things together is that I think some ladies are beginning to jealous, beginning to envy the wife, Chioma, so they want to do everything to break the marriage, break the relationship, And some of these ladies could also know her, so they come up with all these stories are coming up. You know, I'm very sure that of the costume makeup artist that goes around with Davido. I'm sure she knows the wife, you know. So they are all doing this too because there is envy now. They see her as a lucky lady married to a superstar, and some of them want to be in that position. So they create all these ruckus, all these um, situation around to scatter the marriage if possible. So, but there is something about jealousy that is good, and that thing about it is when it's between a guy and a girl, and it's healthy, it is to it builds, it bonds the relationship. You know, for example, I would like a lady I'm going out with to check on me on some things. Keeping staying up too late in the night, staying too late with your friends, doing, not coming home to eat my food and all that. That could be a healthy one. What do you say, BD? BD, I hope you're there.
But see,
Hmm.
your partner in a relationship checking on you, caring
Hmm.
for you, not,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm here, not wanting someone else around you. The
Hmm.
person can actually do it without being jealousy, because you said there's a healthy type of jealousy. Let me tell you, I
Hmm.
don't think a lot of people say that jealousy in a relationship proves that the person is in love. But I don't think
Yes.
so, because what brings that jealousy in a relationship is because of fear. Let me tell you, the person is afraid of losing you. The person is afraid
Uh huh.
of you walking
Yeah.
out of that relationship or walking out of his or her life.
Okay.
That are the things that
Okay.
brings out about jealousy. And what is the root
Okay.
cause of this is when someone have a low self-esteem, when somebody have a low
Eh,
self-image,
but, but, but,
you
but
feel
but
you're
this
not
might
good
be
enough, you feel you're not up to.
BD. BD. This might be between two
Mhm.
same
I can hear you.
gender. Two same gender could be having this problem, but I don't think you could have this self-esteem thing with a man and a woman. Do you hear me?
Yeah. No, it's more with the opposite sex relationship, a man and a woman. Yeah, I can hear you. It is more with opposite sex relationship with a man and a woman. Do you understand? Because the woman in a relationship, why a lot of women go out to fight other women over their men, of some
Mhm.
men fights other men over their women is because they are afraid of losing that man to another woman or losing that woman to another man. And those are the things that bring jealousy. And it's because the person within him or herself feels that, oh, I'm not good enough. If you know you're good enough, if you know you're up to, you know that this man or this woman needs me, he or she is not going anywhere. And even if they walks away, that you're good enough on your own, you can still meet someone again. But it comes when people have no self-esteem of who they are. They don't even know who they are. They begin to be afraid of losing
Of
their partner, and that brings jealousy. Yes, massive man,
let,
that is
let,
it. So it doesn't.
yes, yes.
Okay,
Let's
I'm
talk about
listening.
let's look at it from in the relationship way now. Um, why will a guy feel low? I mean, why will a guy feel inferior to her partner or his partner? So there's something wrong there because these are two genders and we operate in two different ways, two different dimensions. So I really don't see why a man should be jealous of a woman in this way you're saying, because I mean, in the way of the self esteem, because they are of two different gender. So what I will call that is not inferiority complex. It's neither is none of that. I would call that um, uh, being overprotective or being over um, stretching the love to the extreme. You understand? So it's not this in this case now. We won't look at it as inferiority complex. No, because I mean there are two different gender. So we're looking at it as I would probably look at it as the man being overprotective. That's the word I prefer.
Now it's okay. Let me start George. Now,
Yes.
when a partner, be it married or not married, becomes so overprotective, what gives birth to such action?
Well, it could be a sign of different things. It could be a sign of uh, low self-esteem. Could be a sign of
Come again.
fear. It could be a
That's
sign of fear of losing something that you have, which is also is termed jealousy. Uh, but it depends on the condition of both, individuals. Let's just say, for instance, your wife is, let's just say, a mayor or an ambassador, and she's always traveling among men. And you might feel a little intimidated because she's actually more powerful than you or is dealing with powerful men and stuff like that. If you are not careful, you could become a little bit uh, you could become a little bit intimidated by her position, whereby even when she don't mean anything, and she might say something derogatory to you, and you consider, is it because you are such and such a person? That's why you're talking to me like that. While otherwise, if she has spoken to you the same way when you are in higher position than her, you will not take it that way. So it's a sign of inferiority complex. It could be, I'm not saying that it is, it could be a sign of inferiority complex, or also a sign of low self-esteem in a situation like that.
Okay. Very good, George. I
Exactly.
want to say that,
Uh,
BD, I want to say this to help you. The viewers we have some viewers
it's
there. The
okay.
viewers
I'm
can
listening.
put out their comments, what they think, their own opinion on this topic. This is a
Yeah,
beautiful topic.
exactly. Viewers,
Jealousy,
you're free
envy,
to
in
send in
relationship.
your comments, contribute, and be part of this discussion. The
Yes.
midnight show, real talk. Here we talk everything relationship, and we say it the way it is here. Now, massive man. Now, it's obvious that why people get jealous in a relationship is because of low self-esteem and feeling low of themselves. Now, it becomes imperative that people need to build themselves. Now, for you to get into a relationship that is healthy, you need to be healthy as an individual for you to have a healthy relationship. Or what do you make of this, Massive Mark?
Yes. Also, take note that there are um, women that know how to balance, like what George just said. that know how to balance that relation, that atmosphere of the couple, where one is in a higher realm and the other one is not. It's about understanding each other very well. I know so many ladies, I know so many men also that are of high repute, but in their home they still balance their power and their role as husband or wives. So life is about balance in everything. When anything is overdone, then there's a problem. When we balance things, we it comes out good. So, um, relationship doesn't need to have overprotectiveness. Couples don't need to jealous themselves because one is doing bad or one is doing good.
No,
People don't even need to jealous their fellow human beings.
can
Sorry,
I
let me
give?
say
Can
this.
I?
You know why I'm saying this? Because everybody has something unique about them. Everybody has something special. So there's no point looking at another person and feeling intimidated. You know, if you discover who you are, you realize who you really God has made you to be. You will know that we're all unique in our various ways, special way. Everybody, no two people are the same. Everybody is different. You know, so jealousy arises because people don't know who they are in relationship. Man jealous the
Exactly.
wife, he doesn't know who he is. If he knows who he is, he will keep on that
Now,
relationship. And go ahead, go ahead.
exactly. Let me give an example from what Sir George said from my country. We have two powerful women. Let's Dora Akunyere and Ngozi Okonjo Iweala. These two women were strong women placed in a high places more than their husband. You know, I got concerned and I started researching about their husbands. And I came to understand that these men were strong men on their own. Do you
Very true.
understand? Just that
Yeah.
they were not on the limelight, they didn't have the government appointments, but these men were granted on their own. You understand? So that's why you find that they don't have self-esteem or low self-esteem problem. They were strong, and that is why they could stay with such women who were making marks, going places, and they still have a healthy and fine relationship. Like Sir George
Nice.
said, it is very important that people look at themselves from the inside, build themselves from the inside, because that's where this jealousy starts from. And from the jealousy, graduates to the envy. Like I call the envy the senior brother of jealousy. Because when it comes to envy, you see that person burning with desire. The person wants to have what you have. There's nothing the person wants to hear. And that is, if for when we get to the village, you see people say, "Oh, this person is a witch. This person kills." It's that jealousy that has turned into envy, and that is why people can go as far as hurting each other or even killing each other. And Sir George, what do you make about this example I gave about these strong two women in my town, in my country, that have strong men as husband? And when you look at it, you find that that is why they have a good relationship. Because if their husbands were not strong, they were not grounded, I think that jealousy would have arisen and it would have affected those women in their career.
No, there are some relationships that you might have where the woman is the breadwinner of the house, but the man also understands that his role in the house is that he's the man of the house, but respects the woman who goes out there to do what she got to do to bring the bread and butter to the house. For instance, what's her name? Um, um, Chimamanda. Chimamanda is world renowned, and she's married to a medical doctor, and they have kids. But they respect one another at their house. Before they got married, they came here to visit us. We saw them, and we saw the how beautiful their relationship was, and I know they were going to make it. So it depends on the individuals. There are some relationships among even white folks where the man is the one, the stay-at-home dad, while the
Mm.
woman go out there and make bring the money. and they still respect each other. Now, just simply because the man is at home does not mean that the woman will not treat the man lesser equal. It's not that. You can still give him the same respect that he deserves as the man, the head of the house, though that you are the one that is going out there to bring your bread and butter. So it all depends on communication, depends on how confident the man is in his own skin, because whether he makes more money than you
Exactly.
or not, you can actually have a man who is making more money and yet still feel inferior because he's married to a richer family or something else. So it all depends on individuals.
Nice.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Inferior and confident. That is what I make out of that talk here. I think we'll be rounding up because we even overshoot our time. Now, next week, discussing about envy in full. But before that, Massive Mike, could you please say something to round up this episode today as we are rounding up, please?
Yes, thank you very much, BD. Good one. Yes, we're dealing with envy, we're dealing with jealousy, how to identify them, because how to express ourselves, how to also to handle it, overcoming jealousy and envy. And George has said some real pretty good things there. We don't need to create problems in our lives by being jealous or envy anybody because we are one very peculiar person, each one of us, as whoever you are, man, woman, friend, sister, brothers, we're all peculiar, great creatures from God. So be yourself, live a happy life, and enjoy the blessings of God. Thank you.
Yes. Wherever you are, be yourself, live a healthy life. Jealousy and envy is a problem. Check yourself if you have it. Seek for someone to talk to. Seek for experts to help you overcome it because it might be destroying you and without you knowing. That's much we'll be taking today on Real Talk. Here is a midnight show. Real Talk will talk everything relationship. We'll go direct to how it is. Don't get away. Next week we'll be running up this discussion and we'll be going into envy. How did envy come to our life and how can we deal with it? That's what we'll be taking here today. I'm still feeding Nana, your host. I'll see you next week.
Bye bye. Thank you.
Bye.